Welcome back to Louisianimal Gaming, and today we are going to dive headfirst into one of the more popular playbooks in NCAA 26. Very good in NCAA 25, the Georgia playbook. This playbook, I'm going to break down a lot of the popular formations, the good setups, a lot of nasty combinations in here that's going to make this a real problem for anybody to deal with when you play them online. And as you guys already know, I'm going to show you guys how to build a complete scheme out of this that can win at any level, so regardless of the game mode you guys are playing on. So, just to go through some of the formations real quick that are really good in here, you have deuce close, you have a Y off trips in here, trio offset weak, cluster halfback strong. You have two different bunches here, bunch and the bunch Y flex, a few different spread looks, trio open halfback strong, and you have an empty Y flex. So we're obviously not going to be able to cover all this, so I'm going to show some of the best plays in each formation and then show you how to scheme out of the better ones. So right away, I'm going to show just a couple plays out of this deuce close. RPO read flat wheel, RPO in the game here. You have this flat route from Y running behind the line of scrimmage, the tight end running on his wheel, and B here on this post. And you're going to notice is that this B route will get open against any zone. All right, one more time here showing the B route. You can snap throw him almost right away as soon as he goes up. He just gets in that soft spot of the zone. Then you're going to see here this flat route underneath is really hard to defend. They almost have to be in man coverage. And then you have this tight end wheel route that also wins. So if nobody is outside, he's just going to get open for huge yards. The play you want to learn to pair this with is mesh spot. There's two ways of running this. You can leave the play completely stock. I always like putting one of these outside receivers here on a speed out route. You could even put both on a speed out route. And what you're going to do is you're just going to see if he gets outside leverage, you're going to throw it like this. Run this a few more times here, just kind of showing you if you don't have the speed out routes, you're going to have these drags that get open and stress underneath. The last time here, we're going to see speed or out routes are getting leverage outside. You have these mesh routes underneath. And you also have the wheel route, which we haven't thrown yet, but you can snap throw him out of the back. Something very similar to like this and get a few yards out of there. Certain zone coverages that can be a lot bigger of a play. Right there was man. Again, if man is not going to get out there right away, he's going to have a huge play. Next, we're going to take a look at the trips tight end offset weak here. To me, this is probably the deepest formation in the playbook here. Look at read wide corner. So here in read wide corner, you can actually just snap hike this, and there's two things that beat man. You have this post over the middle. It's going to make your reads here B, A, and then you'll eventually have the curl flat over to the left. They play deep on the curl, so we'll hit the flat. If you see them fall back, which they don't here, they just give up the underneath. And if they leave the middle like this open, you're going to have a gap right here. See this? We can run this one more time, actually get you guys a proper look. And here's a little bit gap. I threw it a little too early, but I'm just going to show this once. The return post curl, it's the same play. Essentially, you just got a different guy running the post. This guy is in motion. If they take away the flats, great. If they don't, you'll have this pocket. You're going to have RB on this check and release here as well. If the middle linebacker vacates the middle to try and go up there and play that crosser, you're going to have him underneath right there. We're getting a lot of great throws here from Stockton, who's missed countless throws here for us. Check down. There you go. And you see the check down's going to be there. It is a longer check and release, but again, is most users are trying to take away all these other routes, whether switch sticking, whatever, and it is going to leave that open. And then the cool thing is if that motion flat route is not taken away right away, you can sit there and throw it to them. Here we're going to look at middle slant. Again, I like recornering, but everything here is just kind of quick reading here. If they're playing man coverage and there's nobody outside, you're going to have your tight end in the corner. Aside from that, you're going to have A and Y here. And again, you just kind of take what they're going to give you here. So, and then you still have the curl flat concept here on the left. If nobody takes the curl route, But right here, again, this is what we're talking about. This is definitely 100% man coverage. I'm going to let B break and throw it to them. If they go and user it or make a good play defensively and they have it bagged, I have A and Y here on these slants, and then even X on a curl. And we get a diving pass catch animation because Stockton has not thrown one accurate pass for us. But again, you guys see how this is open. Curl route, throw it down. We're going to take a look here at the RPO read wide receiver screen. I think this is better than the bubble only because most users are going to either man up against that B guy or try to randomly shoot it themselves. So if that's the case, I am always going to like this one because the X is running the smoke, and most people aren't expecting that. So I know this is going to work here, or have a high chance of success rate because the read icon is the slot corner, which probably means he's blitzing. And then you also have numbers. You have 3 versus 2 out there. If I didn't know he was a read key, throw it. You let these guys get numbers out there. And if you're better at hitting the blocks there, like myself, then you guys will have a bigger play. So again, now you're just going to kind of read it. They come in, let your guy follow and get his blocks up there. Because again, B, people are going to try and take that away. And of course, then you have the read option availability to yourself to keep it with your quarterback or hand it off to your running back. So make sure you guys are utilizing this. And this formation here is, to me, probably the deepest one in the playbook. All right, you have the cluster halfback strong. Here we're going to take a look at post dig. And one thing in these bunch things that I always like to do is I like to put the outside receiver here, especially because he's lined up inside on a speed out route. So if I see this one-on-one coverage and I think he can get outside leverage, I'm going to sit there and throw this outside for a quick gain of yards. The other thing, though, is I want to look on the other side. You have B on this zig route, and that's so tough to guard because he is getting kind of like he's waiting a second to run his route while these other 2 routes stretch stuff down the field. And again, it's just a quick throw. You probably get anywhere from 3 to 5 yards. But if there's one thing I will do, actually, is I like doing this, is I will put our B on a deep crosser and then put Y here on a streak. So you see here on the deep crosser, he takes an angled route that really gets across the formation really quick. And then I'll show you here why. Oh, never mind. They kind of played a man look. So Y was taken away. So then we just went to the zig. So very hard. And again, if people try to run defense against this, you can't run match because there is 4 receivers on that side of the formation. Take a look here at verticals. Verticals, again, I like keeping the same thing here, speed out route. You can run it stock as well. And again, just take your read here. Again, speed out route. Now, the one thing I will do here is I will drag here A, and then I'll streak Y if they're zone, just because I want to give a chance here. Gets across the formation really quick, especially if you have a speedier tight end. Nice throw in the. But yeah, why you're gonna be on a snap throw if the corner backs out like this, you can pass lead the outside and get some good yards. That can be a scary throw at times, not knowing how the defense is gonna react. But then you also have this running back here that will absolutely exploit zone coverages with. But yeah, with all these routes here from B going to the sideline, A and R, B stretching the middle of the field, Y just gonna get into that nice little soft spot, like right there. And again, it's just super easy to exploit here. And then you also have RB on his deep crosser getting across the field. So again, verticals is very good out of this. Use these motion plays out of cluster. Taking a look here at bunch, again, dig return, classic play. One of the things that I like to do is I actually like to put X here on a deep crosser. And you can actually run it stock, but I like putting X on a deep crosser. And again, same thing here. B gets in this nice little soft spot. If a user tries to use his middle linebacker to take that away, you're going to have RB on a in route. Obviously, they're leaving the B route wide open, so I'm just going to ignore that here. And here's the reason why I like this deep crosser is But yeah, the deep crosser is going to win. RB will beat man as well. And it will beat certain zones as well because it's going to come across the formation a little bit late. But that deep crosser is just going to drive everything back here. And again, window for the deep crosser. So again, mix this play up. Super good play. Now let's take a look at spacing switch. Spacing switch, another popular play. Good short yardage situation. You have all these different curls on the field. If you want to, you can put X again on this deep crosser. But we're here just looking at the speed out route from B. It just gets out really, really quick. Again, you have these curl routes that are different areas of the field. A or B will be open in the middle. If they try to do this man blitz here, you're going to have this deep crosser when he doesn't do a diving drop. And bam, now we hit RB. So you see every route here on the field is a viable option. And then the last one we're going to take a look at here from bunches. There's plenty of plays to go over. But is the bunch trail. And I'm just going to stem RB down. And again, you're just looking at B here and A here on this trail route. And the trail route is so good. Y trail, bunch trail, different names for it in different formations. But the trail route gets open so much against zone. It's always a matter of just when it's going to get open. So here we got the drag and against man. That is very hard for the man player assigned to B to trail all the way across and getting leverage there. And again, you see the trail route is just going to get open. B on the drag, and then you still have your check and release swing here from Y. If they're not going to go cover that, again, take what they're going to give you. If they're going to give us underneath, we're just going to take that all game. So that is going to be the gun bunch. We also have the bunch Y flex. Again, this is probably one of my favorite ones here is RPO alert out. Take a quick look in. Speed out. This speed out's going to win, but you have the bubble on the right. You also have the handoff to the running back. Again, now it's your tight end. It's actually the solo guy here on the left. So, but here if you got numbers, boom, we flip it out. We take the bubble on the right, and you're just going to have big yards. So, again, use this play to complement the other ones. And again, you have where the play's at here. You have dig return, smash return to complement with this. So we already went over dig return, but again, you'll have smash return. Smash return is different in that you have a B on the return route, RB on the drag to stretch it here. And if you look, boom, B gets into this nice area underneath. He's going to be there. And again, our first read should be not A, that was the wrong button. Should be RB, I believe, on the drag. Let me just take a look. Yeah, RB on the drag. And you're going to see, boom, just let him get across that guy's face there. But he's going to be wide open. And usually a user is going to be the one to try and take that away. And if he does, that is where this return route will come open. And you'll get anywhere from 5-7 yards just off the catch. So all the return routes are very good. Take one look here at Dagger before we move along. X on this drag, A on the deep crosser. B is probably one of my favorite routes on this. But the tight end X just gets open so easy on his drag. But I'm going to see if I can get the time here to show you where I really like B. We're just going to take our check down here because Alabama decided to run a cover zero blitz on us. Now, I may not get a chance to show you really how good the B route is just because typically in these videos, the defense really likes running zone coverage where they play over the top there. They ran man. You show how it beats man. If they also want to run man, this A route, Zachariah Branch, one of the best receivers in the game. Our last formation we're going to take a look at here is Y off trips. And I like this for the motion plays here. These actually kill the meta mid blitz stuff that people like to run here. I like motion. But yeah, this will destroy mid blitz. We kind of get a mid blitz look here. The only difference is there's nobody controlling the safety to come down and get that look. But again, if they play zone, oh, you see the lineman is out there pancaking people. Very good play to mix up. The next play that complements this really well is the motion, stick, and nod. Motion stick works as well, but again, I like this a lot because of the double move from the stick and nod route. Taking one more look at it here, though, is again the motion with the swing. Again, you also have this return route. Put your best route running receiver there. That's where I like it, just because that return route is so good that it gets open, and as you see there, it's even more separation. So motion stick and nod is, it might be the best motion play out of this formation. But then motion stick, again, I just want to show this twice. The A route is on the option route, and he's usually always going to make the correct read. RB's on the out route, so nothing gets underneath right away. You throw it to him, and then if it looks like something like this, where if that middle linebacker doesn't drop down, or something like that, you're going to have a backside slant there, as we just held on to the ball. Run this again, and you see that is the backside slant that I was referring to. Take a look here. Now it looks like the swing route. Swing route's going to be open. Make a few people miss. Get some big yards. And then, okay, so I'm going to look at A here. And I'm going to stare him down. But if it's zone, he's going to just stop in a nice little spot. I threw a little bit early before his break. Let me do that one again. But if he runs man, he is just going to run an out route. But you see zone, he's just going to sit underneath for a nice little check down underneath for a couple yards. So we're going to go over PA double post. That's probably my favorite play in the formation. But zone toss, very good. And again, because this has 4 receiving options on the same side of the formation, is that it cannot, they can't run match against it. So the one thing I like to do is I will streak A, drag X, and just put B on the comeback. So I'm going to have a check down here with X. Sit here, you can let the play action develop, or you can cancel it. Hit this drag underneath. Here, again, they're going to run man. Just throw this comeback route. All right, the last time we're going to look at it here, if they run man, I'm just going to hit B on this comeback. If they give me a zone look, I am going to hit RB here as he crosses the zone. They run man. Again, just hit the comeback all day. So, again, super easy formation. The plays are effective. And you see, outside of that play, we're not making a whole lot of hot routes or adjustments. And that what makes this Y-off trips formation very good in this Georgia playbook. And that's a wrap on the Georgia Playbook breakdown. If this video helped you guys level up your game, make sure you guys smash the like button, drop a comment on your favorite formation or scheme from this breakdown, and sub to the channel so you guys don't miss any future drops. I'll be dropping content all year long, offense, defense, dynasty, beginner to baller series, bunch of great things coming, guys. So I appreciate all the support. The channel's growing like crazy, and let's continue to put out the best content for you guys. See you on the next one.